back in the shack, play this track.
What you say your name was?
Unseen.
Supa. Let's go down, man.
There was something that died, yo.
What was that?
Something that died that came back. Dance music, man.
Yes, sir. That's another topic right there. New topic.
But I think somebody's breathing life into it now.
All right. Now, dance music never died. It never died. Dance
Well,
music is
on a
very
mainstream
prevalent.
level, no.
Well, maybe it may not be popular in urban culture, but yo, I remember having I'm not even gonna go into that, but I remember going to a gig with one of my brothers, and he was playing percussion, and I tagged along because it was in the city. It was at I forgot what spot I was in the city, but long story short, it was a dance award show. This was like way before, and I saw like the people lining up and coming out, and all these songs that I never heard before that were there pumping, and everybody knew the song. I'm like, that's what I saw. I'm like, okay, there's a whole nother realm out there that we're not privy to, and that's that dance world. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to today, we just had two of our most major artists drop dance records, full dance albums, and in respect to dance music, I could say that they're not true to the form on either ends. Yeah. Like it's an adaptation of dance, but they were classified as dance albums, so of course they've been held within the category of dance. But both those albums got flamed by the public, saying this is one of the worst albums that these two megastars has ever put out.
I agree with them for a reason.
Go ahead.
Because if I want to hear dance music, man, I'd rather hear Harris, Tyler, people like that. They would like seriously, because that's like if 50 suddenly want to do Afro pop. I'm not gonna act like this is his best project, riding his nuts like Questlove was doing to Beyonce album.
Right. Yo, he said this is her off the wall, my nigga. That shit took me out. I was like, what?
Come on, man. So
why would you say that?
Come on, man.
That's not even funny.
That's offensive. That's offensive.
That this is her off the wall. That took me out. I was like, yo, no, this is over now. This the understanding of music right now is and grading is over. Because they said that this is her off the wall. I was like,
it's not even her best album, and it's like she just tried something because she could. It's not like she's authentically a dance artist. So my thing is this: when you're gonna sit up here and pretend like this is the best project, like I said, it's like getting 50 Cent to do an Afro pop album. You can't really pretend that he done created an amazing art. No, he could do it if he want, but that doesn't mean this is the best you're gonna get out of it. And stop pretending it's ill. But it says something about the trends, right, bro? Like because when we think about trends, hip hop always been about trying a different sound. Now this is a totally different conversation that I think we can have. But if you think about the aspect of today's beats are primarily based on this one thing, type beats.
Type beats. In
case you don't know, it's essentially where all producers that are creating beats, they create beats that's exactly like so-and-so single. Say, for example, when me and you were doing music in the club, let's say that was the hottest beat, every producer were creating in the club like sound.
Right.
Imagine the whole genre sounded like that in 2004 after he dropped that in 2003.
Yeah.
Imagine every producer doing beats exactly like in the club.
Watered down the whole genre.
Type beats. So now I'm not gonna crap on type beats. A lot of producers doing heat, but it's only to say, that's what hip hop does, or urban music, because there's what beyond Drake is a hip hop artist, Beyonce crossover hip hop in some way. That's what hip hop does. It tends to really take what it think is gonna be a trend, hop on it, and then boom. Now I've spoken with some artists behind the scene, or we've seen a lot of people. You come on, bro, you hear yourself. A lot of people is all about dance this. But see, understand something. There's a misconception though. Like you said, bro, it didn't die. It probably died amongst us as a prior trend because it came as a trend once before. This ain't the first time people credited Beyonce and Drake. That ain't around 2007, 5-ish, started with Timbaland, Shock Value, right? Whole dance album like.
Yeah, Timbaland, Danger Hands.
All right.
Deli Furtado.
Come on, bro. Right. And then it continued.
Yep.
Come on, bro. Right. And look, it also continued with people like I think it continued through you had Nate Usher was doing a couple dance records. Chris Brown
was working with Calvin Harris on that
right?
whole album, right?
And Nicki Minaj. But hold on a second. I've done this. Look, I'm gonna play a record just to let it be known that certain producers always have been trying different things. Because if you're a producer, bro, like we talked about in the last joint, you always did try to create a music that will fit certain artists. Like as much as I am a hip hop artist, people don't understand. I've created, I've worked with different kind of artists that weren't necessarily hip hop. So that there were times I got requests to work to do music, and it was a little bit dance. Like, look, if you hear this, for example, this is me doing the dance record. This was like 2007. I don't know if you can hear this. Mm-hmm. This is an unfinished reference track. It's totally far from the hip hop stuff that I normally do. Right. It never finished, but and then here's another version. This might give people monkeypox, but
yeah. At the end of the day, it's new to a lot of these young cats, but it's not new. It's not a new situation. The only thing.
This is 2007. Check this. These are reference I was just doing. Right. So it's like we all as hip hop producers. So Beyonce and Drake ain't started no trend.
Not at all.
These things always been around.
Right.
Super. There's some joints from you. I remember you had. Come on, bro. Hold on.
I had a little dance era. I don't know if you have any of the stuff I have.
Yeah, I know I do. I
had a little dance face.
I know I do.
Four on the floor.
Bro, you had some joint that was like crazy. Nah, not this.
I remember that track. Dang, you took it back. I lost that whole session.
Hold on, yo, hold on. I'm gonna let this rock, but in case y'all don't know, Super got heat, man. Come on, listen to it.
That was Reason. That was my Reason days right there.
Look. This ain't the dance joint, but this is my R&B joint. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, smooth, man. What? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Is this the one with the vocals?
Nah. This was the beat. Look, this was a batch that you had gave to Second Life, Pat.
That was a while ago,
right? Because you gave him a pack, right? And I was recording him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was recording a project, and you gave him all these joints at that time, and it was just like, all right. And we ain't lay everything because we were just trying to look through it, and he brought him through. You know what I'm saying? But it's only to say, I say that to say there were a couple of we probably used one. I think the joint like that was the intro on his album. I don't know if you remember that one.
No, I can't vaguely.
This was the intro on his album. You did it. This joint was fire.
Oh, yeah, I remember Reason Days. My Reason Days. I remember this.
It's hard. Super. All right.
Yeah, that was dang, yo. That was I was locked in the studio for like 3 years, man. I didn't go nowhere for 3 years, bro. I was in the studio every day, eating Chinese food and drinking $2 for $3 juices from the corner store.
Knocking them out, right?
Yo, so that's when I gained all my weight.
Yo, let me tell you something. When you lock in, nothing else matters, man. You
I didn't leave that studio for 2 to 3 years. It's a studio I built. I built that studio from the ground up. Stayed there for 3 years.
You talk about the joint on 191?
Yep. With when I had the Control 24, I had the event ASP8s. Oh man, my Digio 2.
Yeah, bro. Like yo, that lab had a good sound in there.
It had an amazing sound. I had a lot of stuff we learned, but at the end of the day, that was the practice of what it was, man. We locked in, we got it done. We created music, we experimented.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's all this whole situation is an experimentation. Like, it may sound uncomfortable right now to a lot of these people, a lot of people saying it whack, but give it about good 3 or 4 years. And then when they start playing, when you at your favorite lounge, you drinking, and they playing that dance music, yo, you ain't gonna be thinking about, oh, this is whack. You're gonna just be having a good time.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, this is my take on the approach for their albums. I feel it was really trancey. Like, when I say trancey, I mean they were really almost hypnotizing you with their music and their words. The frequencies that they were using was very like enchanting. Like,
real
it left you with a vibe. Like, and it's at the end of the day, like, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it something that I say I'm going to purposely listen for? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
If I'm in a vibe, if I'm in a club and the DJ happens to spin that record and it feels good in the moment, I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the extent of that trend, at least for us right now. Every now and then they try to open us up to a different palette. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's great. But at the same time, us as Black people, as you know, in the urban culture, we need to make sure that we're cultivating our art forms. And not, although dance I'm not sure of the history of dance, but I know a lot of the early disco was a lot of early Black influence. And dance is a derivative of the disco era. So we can go back and to be a historian, but this ain't a white or Black genre thing. This is just basically.
Oh man, yo, bro, listen. When it comes to the early music back then, at the end of the day, a lot of them were, you know, like as far as disco, man, that was like Black and white folks up on it. Come on, if I can think of like certain disco set. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's always been a lot of appropriation, period.
Of course.
But throughout the appropriation, it also allowed a lot of collaboration.
Right.
Where, just like it is now, right? White artists do work with Black artists.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
The disco time, bro, Studio 54, it was Black folks and white folks having orgies to disco music. You know what I'm saying? So you can create dope music as far as they were concerned. You know what I'm saying?
All day, bro.
So, but yo, I'm glad you mentioned that, because at the end of the day, if you think about the evolution, the early dance music were, you know, as far as in the urban community, so to speak,
right?
It was disco. It was disco. Now, again, like you said, I can't accurately say that certain style of dance music directly came from that, but when we talk about dance is dance, right? Certain style of music support dance into it in those clubs. Now, keep in mind, you have different levels, man, because you know you got the rave parties and you got the house dance,
so many
techno. Trance, you know what I'm saying?
Dubstep,
all those things, right? You know what I mean?
So drummer bass.
Come on, dance hall, right? Like you name it. So dance varies, but we talk about the current trend. So it's just to say, man, hip hop. And yo, listen, if you want to be technical, even back then, hip hop, the early hip hop was also using dance. Matter of fact, it was dance, Planet Rock, Band Bop. That's all that was.
Right.
That's what that was. Planet Rock.
It's just that we're in a new generation where a lot of these kids are disconnected from that understanding of you know, history. So now this is all of a culture shock. Yeah. And us people who've been privy to it, like, it's been a long time since we've seen any of our favorite artists attack that genre of music. So yeah, it's different, but it has its place, and it's not. I don't see it as a trend. It's gonna be here. I'm not saying everybody's gonna be able to do it, but it's gonna be here.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear a bunch of hip hop artists doing that.
No. I hope they don't
I
follow
don't
that trend.
hear- let them little dudes do drill. I don't want to hear Game 50, all these dudes doing drill. They not, but I'm just saying I don't want to start seeing things like that. So likewise, I don't want to. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think younger artists that's coming in now can partake because they're coming in, so they can touch and play around with that a little bit, right? When you have a better chance of saying, hey, this is how I'm coming in, right?
Right.
They don't know you for certain things.
Exactly.
Those that we know for what they do, I don't want to hear you on don't transition over the dance.
Nah, don't do that.
I don't want it.
Don't do that.
There's one person though. Tell me this, Zuba. Tell me if you. There's one person that I think that can get away with doing any kind of genre if he wants to. Well, maybe not any, but I think he can do this dance.
Pharrell,
you're right. But I got somebody better. I think that can get away with it, and that's Kanye.
Kanye can do whatever. Kanye been doing dance though.
That's Kanye. Kanye could do it.
Kanye been doing dance though. Like if you listen to some of his Stronger is definitely four on the floor. But he got the other one. I can feel it. Boom, 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 boom. That's dance. That's dance.
That's what I'm saying.
That's one of the reasons why Kanye doesn't, as much as Kanye is a rapper, but he's not looked at as a specific genre. He's an artist because he just creates what he feels. He's been Prince. Doing it. Yeah,
he's like the hip hop Prince or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's definitely that.
If he does a whole dance album, I think, and you know what's crazy? As much as I'm saying I don't want to hear certain artists do it, Kanye is the only person I'll give a pass because I know he's gonna do it good.
Well, I give Kanye and Pharrell.
Yeah, Well, no.
Pharrell could do whatever he wants.
Let me correct myself for today. Pharrell's a producer.
Right.
I'm not excluding him. Right. I'm not excluding him. But yeah, so you're absolutely right. Like cats like that, and Pharrell, but he's been. Them dudes. Like I just like how Kanye will dare do something and do it well.
Right. He'll do it to another level.
He like I'm a dare do that and I'm gonna do it banging. That's what I like about him. He's bold about what he want to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But come on, Pharrell is that guy. I mean, come on, bro. Like we already talked about who not set the trend, but Timbaland did that back in whatever 07, right? He did that. So we already know Pharrell been low key doing some of them.
Yep. You know
what I'm saying? Been low key. So cats like Pharrell's have been there, done that. Timbaland been there, done that.
Yep.
So we talk about the cats who ain't get it, you know what I'm saying, who ain't touched that yet. I think Kanye would be one of them. I don't want to see no other than who we mentioning. I don't want to hear no other ones hop on this dance wave. The older ones.
808 and Heartbreak could be considered a dance album.
Yeah.
808 and Heartbreaks because it was not really a hip hop-ish type thing. He had some hip hop records on there.
Yeah.
But it's really 808s and a lot of like four on the floor. It was a lot of like, transy type music, which can be considered dance.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like he's been doing that. I don't think that's new for him. But I think it's just basically in the context of Drake and Beyonce. More so Drake. Beyonce, I could see her doing that, but more so Drake. Nobody expected Drake to drop a dance album.
Yeah. But so now the thing with Beyonce, that album she just dropped, that's like the first chapter or something like that, right? Like Acts 1. So I guess
I'm sure there's more.
Right. If she's gonna continue like flooded with more dance record, or if she's gonna eventually just
it's Beyonce. Beyonce's gonna do whatever she feels. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. She's the queen of this whole performance. I can't just say R&B, pop, and hip hop. She's the queen of music right now. She can't do no wrong. Tina Turner. Right. She's the new Tina Turner. That's basically what it is. And the thing is, she's gonna release it. It is what it is. Now, is it going? Now, this is one of the factors that kind of threw me off when they were quoting her first week's numbers, and they were saying she dropped and she made only 300,000 first week.
That's good. That's amazing. Today, that's amazing.
And that's wild because Beyonce went from selling multi-millions the first week to being 300,000. But 300,000, that's crazy.
But yo, that's
successful.
Today, the peak that you do, like seriously, 300,000, 400,000 is the equivalence of doing a mill back then.
Right.
Because those are the numbers that like Drake doing. The only person that I've seen that did a mill, and that, like, honestly, yo, I'm gonna let people know something about streaming right now. Don't believe the hype, because right now there are more tech companies that are controlling streaming than there are people. There are stream farms,
right?
And there are algorithms that they're creating now to get the stream numbers popping. So, look, yo, the record industry is shady. So let me let some people know before they cheated the streaming. Do you remember the one record for 1 cent clubs back in the days? Remember those? Where you could order like 20 CDs for the
Columbia House,
and everything else cost 1 cent.
Columbia House,
Columbia House, and all those.
Yeah,
those were record industry scamming and getting their scans up to get the platinum sales up.
Yeah, because
that was about
you can get an album for a penny.
1 cent a penny, bro. But guess what?
Everything
count. When they scan it, they still count.
Yeah.
When you buy it for 1 cent. So those were things they set aside to get those sound scan numbers up. Yeah. And one thing about the sound scan, when it goes number one, they get to see all the radio station, TV station want to play the number one record. So this was their ways of pushing it to top 40.
Oh yeah.
Top 20.
So now if instead of Columbia House, we have stream farms.
Now we got stream farms. So I say all that to say these streams that we're seeing, don't think they doing what they doing.
It's hype.
It's hype. So you don't know what to believe anymore. That's why you seeing dudes you don't even know out of nowhere talk about, yo, I just streamed 10 million, 100 million. And don't get me wrong, certain artists are doing that because they have cult following on the internet. But when you see random stuff that you never heard before, or you go to a certain area, nobody know who they are.
Right.
Like Stream Farm give you those numbers, man.
Oh yeah, easy.
Stop playing.
Easy. Stop playing.
But that's the trend of hip hop, man. You know, you always gonna find number one, that's a trend of the industry. It's always gonna find finesse numbers,
finagle numbers and stuff. Yeah,
that's right. But come back to the trends, man. I think we always gonna see like different genre being tried and tested, because I mentioned this to you earlier. I think music is peaking, yo.
It's
peaking.
The level of expression is peaking because you want to know why. It goes back to the fact that we're over consuming.
Yeah.
We're over producing.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to a lot of the music that comes out now, you don't have time to digest it. It's a feeling.
That's a fact.
Back in the day, you used to listen to an album, you used to have to sit there and digest it because you're not going to hear another one for another year or so because it took them that long to put that album together.
That's a fact.
I mean, so right now, since we're streaming, we're hearing one song today, another song tomorrow. Next week they're dropping another song. Following week they're dropping. We don't have time to digest anything.
Right.
At the end of the day, it diminishes the creative. Like right now, if I want to know, if I want to create something, I shut my Instagram, I shut my Facebook off, I shut my thing because I want to stop consuming. And then once I detox, it takes a few days for me to get used to it. Once it's out my system, then I can sit there and be in my mind and create because I'm not overstimulated.
Yeah.
It's the overstimulation that creates the peak of music that we're hearing now.
Yeah.
That's why every now and then you'll have groups like, shout out to Coast Contra. I don't know if you ever heard of Coast Contra.
I heard of them. I can't recall it like music and stuff, but I heard of them. These
dudes are amazing rappers. Amazing rappers. They feel like the new age Wu-Tang. Everybody's comparing them to a new age Wu-Tang. Like I was even watching another response video where they're saying that there's 4 members of that group, Coast Contra. Every one of them individually could have been on the freshman cover.
Double XL, yeah.
Double XL freshman. Because every single one of them are beast rappers. Every single one of them.
Yeah, I heard of. I just haven't had a chance to view.
There's one of them. This is another caveat. There's a set of twins called Raz Austin and Taj Austin. Those are Raz Cats kids.
Word.
Yeah, Rascat and Teach Ramoses. Rascat and Teach Ramoses.
That's what's up. You know they got bars.
Those two are monsters.
You know they got bars, man.
Monsters. They just did Cosmic Kev and destroyed destroyed. Nice. You can see the passion. There's like, they love this. And when you hear that, you're like, oh snap! Like this is
nice.
I could connect with this. As opposed to now, everybody's doing drill rap. Everybody's doing drug rap. Everybody doing dance rap, trap rap. It's. I
mean, do you? But come on, man.
It's just like a bunch of clones. Everybody sounds like each other.
Yeah,
everybody sound like each other.
I get it, man. Like, I don't hate on, like I'm not hating people enjoying capitalism.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're also subject to criticism.
Right.
Because there is an important aspect of art. And if it's not adherent to the standard of the art form, you're gonna get criticized. And this is hip hop. We have words like ill. It started as ill, funky, fresh, to sick, to dope, and to also whack. So if it's whack, it's whack.
It's whack.
You know what I'm saying? It's whack, it's whack. So we're not gonna give you a pass just because you get in it, because that's one of the things. I'm out here getting money. Yeah, that's cool. But we talk about art form here. And now,
right.
That said, despite all of the trends, man, there's a lot of dope stuff I like out there. But I'm just a little bit iffy about the dance stuff. I'm hoping it doesn't become the dominant go-to. Like people who don't really understand the genre never listen to it, but they do it now because Beyonce did it. They don't know the real dance artist out there that does that music. They only
does the music, right? And right now, to be honest with you, it's a torn situation because a lot of people are saying this is trash. A lot of people I've been hearing a lot of people saying those albums are whack, and I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah.
I know one of my bros was a diehard Beyonce fan from a producer, amazing producer. My boy Jack Lawson, amazing producer, like up there, elite. And Beyonce couldn't do no wrong, and he ripped the song. And I was like, dang, I don't want to blow up my boy, but that shocked me because I was like, wow, really?
See,
but it's not the fact. It's not the fact that she's not great at her tool, but it was just not something that was thought out. Beyonce. Although it was thought out, and that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Of imagery and sonics. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, it's not an album for us, and it's going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah.
It's going to reach the people it needs to reach, and it's going to be successful.
Yeah, you know what? Despite everything, the labels got what they want out of it. It did the numbers, and she got another part to come. It's also going to do the numbers. She's the queen. So I think for somebody like that, there's no failure in it.
No.
It's only success because she's getting the numbers. Everybody's listening. Now they waiting to see what the other ones sound like. So, but my thing is, I just hope that doesn't become the trend for people who don't do dance music to hop on a wave and they never heard of the other dance artists.
Right.
Now Beyonce type beat.
Right.
Her dance album become a type beat now.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
You feel me?